It is 7:47 and time for News Extra. Today brought to you by Gehring Civic Center. Here is Kevin Mooney.
And thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Very pleased today to have Dale Wallin here, the Executive Director of the WNCC Foundation. And the college president, Todd Holcomb, is here as well. He is the co-chair this year for the Foundation's big fundraising campaign. And we'll find out how he managed to volunteer for that and all his duties as co-chair. But first of all, we'll talk to Dale. You have your big luncheon coming up today. This is kind of the kickoff luncheon for the whole campaign, right?
That's right, Kevin. Thanks so much for having us.
Oh, you bet.
We're very
Anytime.
pleased to be here today. And yes, today at noon in the Harms Advanced Technology Center at WNCC, we are having our kickoff luncheon, and we have about 60 volunteers helping us with our annual campaign this year, which is absolutely fantastic. And so today at the lunch, we will train those volunteers. They will select the name of the prospective donors that they are going to approach to help us out with our fundraising campaign this year.
That's great.
So.
It's great to have that many volunteers. Is that more than you've had in previous years?
It is more, and that is attributable to Dr. Holcomb and our co-chair Patty Winkler for the campaign. They have worked really, really hard to get us those volunteers this year.
Well, that's good. If people are volunteering and doing that, then Dr. Holcomb can continue with his regular duties and get all those people out there, right? And that part of the idea is to delegate a little bit, and that's kind of the idea, and get people involved. That's good. So your goal this year is a little higher than last year, right?
It is. We are looking for 135,000 this year for the annual campaign, and our goal last year was 130,000, and we actually came in at about 131,000. So
yeah.
We're aiming a little higher this year, and that will help us with our unrestricted needs and our operations. Basically what we use those funds for is to go to not only foundation operations, but those needs that do not have a designated fund. So, we get a lot of monies into the foundation to support the college. Last year we had, about $650,000 come into the foundation, but it's all designated for certain programs or certain scholarships. So the annual fund, this $135,000 that we raise, is for undesignated needs. So if a student has an emergent need, or if there's a program need, we can, our volunteer board can look to the unrestricted fund to help support those student needs. So.
Okay, very good. Let's get Dr. Holcomb in here to talk about, you're the co-chair this year. Dale came to you probably and said, how would you like to do this, huh?
Yeah, Dale came to me and said, we have asked Patty Winkler to be co-chair. Would you like to work with Patty? And I love working with Patty. I've worked with Patty on several activities in the community, and I said absolutely.
All right. So 60 volunteers, and Dale says you're part of the reason. You go out and just, you've got to know probably quite a few people in the time you've been here, and we're able to kind of ask people to help out. Huh?
Yeah, I've been here a little over 3 years, and as you move throughout the district and you travel throughout the district, you meet a lot of great people. And I've been very fortunate to interact with a ton of terrific individuals that support the college, and it was very easy to go out and ask them to volunteer for this effort.
All right. Now, the college uses these for, as Dale said, scholarships, but you guys have also used it for other needs as well, right? Other things that like science labs and computer labs and things the college really needs that you really don't have funds anywhere else to kind of pay for those type of things, right?
Absolutely. The unrestricted fund gives us the opportunity to do unique things to support students. It could be an instrument, it could be a new teaching technique for a faculty member, it could be emergency scholarship for a student that is in need. It gives us a flexibility and opportunity that we don't have with our other funds that we solicit.
Yeah, and the college is doing well on enrollment, whether it's the economy or whether it's other things, and whether it's you guys recruiting. Your recruitment efforts have stepped up, so you have more people to serve now.
Oh, absolutely. We have a great reputation in the district. We get individuals from South Dakota. I just recently met a student who was touring our campus from Rapid City, South Dakota. We get students from Colorado, Wyoming, and we get every high school, I believe every high school this year will visit us with prospective students, juniors and seniors, and which is
good.
fantastic.
That's good.
22 high schools in our district, and so that's terrific.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people that, my grandson, when he was looking at college, said, well, I'm not really going to think about going to WNCC. I'm here for high school. I'm going to go somewhere else. But when it came down to brass tacks, I think a lot of kids decide this makes a lot of sense to go here 2 years. It's less expensive. You get your associates here, and then you can move on and do what other things you want to do, right?
Yeah, and we have many students who are now coming to WNCC because of the cost of going to a 4-year university or college immediately. And they're saying that I'm undecided about what I want to do. Why not get my general education requirements out of the way? It's cost effective, it's terrific teaching, learning environment, and the low student to teacher ratio gives those students the greater opportunity for success. We also have individuals that have specific careers in mind. Our vocational technical programs have been very full recently, and that's very important for us. Matter of fact, it seems like we can never keep enough welders trained here in the area. We also have truck driving as a program for students, and so there's lots and lots of opportunities for vocational education programs out there too.
Yeah. All right, let's bring it back to Dale here real quick for a final thing. Real quick before we tell people how they can volunteer to be part of this, they can go to the luncheon today, number 1, if they want
That's
to,
right. That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Sequestration maybe will affect you a little bit, is that right?
Well,
Possibly. It's hard to say, right?
It is hard to say, but it's definitely it will have impact on some of our students. With some of the cuts that have been made, it's affected how many students are going to be able to participate in things like work study. Some of the supplemental education grants will be cut. Pell Grant is safe this year, but we don't know what's going to happen next year. So, the need is definitely there. And, costs are increasing. And we had to raise tuition a little bit. And so there's always, these students, their need is just absolutely increasing, and we need to help them out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So that's part of the reason for the whole foundation. So make
Absolutely.
sure you give.
Absolutely.
And once again, tell people how they can be volunteers, or if they want to donate to the campaign.
Yes, if they could give me a call at 630-6551. My name is Dale Walleen. Please give me a call, and thank you to our volunteers and our donors. We can't say thank you enough.
That's right. And Todd made sure your coffee cup was right there, that 800 number on there.
That's right.
348-4435. See that right there on the video? That's one of the numbers you can call as well, or go to wncc.edu. I'm sure there's a way you can find Dale pretty easily. Okay?
Thank you, Kevin.
All right,
and we
very
brought
good.
this for you, actually. We
Oh,
wanted to do a
well,
mug
very
exchange
good.
today,
Thanks.
so.
Appreciate it. My cup for yours. That's a good deal. All right. We appreciate it. Always look forward to having Dale Walleen here, as well as Dr. Todd Holcomb from WNCC.